Today's Sunshine Note is titled, The Claims of a Crook. One day the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, Where have you come from? Satan answered the Lord, From roaming through the earth and going back and forth in it. Job 1, 6 and 7. It's not easy to spot a crook. They pretty much tend to look just like everyone else. That's the problem my dad ran into many years back when he entered into a business deal with a crook. The man didn't look shady. He didn't smell shady. He didn't even act shady. He invited my dad and mom to an impressive home one night to seal a deal. The large home had beautiful rooms, lovely decorations, spacious grounds, and a swimming pool. Expensive cars were parked in the driveway. This man assured them that he owned all these nice things because his business was so incredibly successful. It was only many months later, after learning that this guy was a liar and a crook, that my dad discovered that the house wasn't even his. He had invited them over and given them a tour of someone else's home, a place he didn't own, all the while acting as if it were his and he were the owner of everything they saw. Unbelievable. In the beginning of the book of Job, we see Satan doing the exact same thing. There is an important meeting in heaven, and Satan shows up as if he'd been invited. When God asks him where he's come from, he says that he's been roaming throughout the earth and going back and forth in it. While this may just sound like wandering to us, that phrase actually has a far deeper meaning. It is a way of claiming ownership. Satan is actually claiming that the earth is his. That's why he has shown up at the meeting. He is claiming that he's the owner of planet Earth, that he can walk back and forth in it as he pleases. This is a pretty large claim, the claim of a crook, because God knows that he is the rightful owner of the earth. He immediately points to Job as an example of a life that Satan does not own. Job's life of obedience to God is proof that Satan is not in control of the whole earth. Isn't that a cool thought? When we live as obedient examples of God's followers, we are proof to the world and to the universe that God is still in control. It's true that there's a crook afoot and that he'd like you to help him in his cause, but we know better. Step up to the challenge of Job and use your life to show that God is still in control of the earth, that no matter how many others are gone astray, he still has a servant in you. May God bless you today.